Hey, what's up, dude? So you want to get better at Tekken, but you don't really know how. Or maybe you have some idea, but there's a lot of things that you can't really wrap your mind around, or a lot of concepts and theories, and you watch videos and people are confusing you with their philosophy and blah 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 blah. Forget all that, okay? I'm actually going to help you in a practical sense by telling you what you should do, how you should think, what you should practice, and how you should practice. So who this video is for? Anyone who is a beginner all the way up until you're going to your first tournament. This is for people who want to play casually and maybe have a rival, or people who genuinely just want to get better and don't really know how, or maybe this is your first fighting game and you just need a little bit of help. I'm not going to go over super simple concepts, like I'm not going to explain frame data to you. I might bring it up a little bit later just to explain something, but if you don't know what frame data is, then I mean that's a concept that requires a video on its own. So if you don't understand frame data, you don't necessarily need it to understand this video. This video will help you out regardless, but understand that past a certain point, knowing the frame data will help you more than any concept or any amount of time in the training room, really. So first, I really want to talk about building a merit-based mindset. And what I mean by that is getting into the mentality that everything that is happening is a consequence of your actions and a consequence of your opponent's actions. And you have to accept all of it. You can't just be like, oh man, that's so cheap. God, this guy's a bitch. I mean, you can, and I do it. Everybody does it. But if you genuinely want to improve, you need to move away from that mindset as much as possible. And one of the first ways that you can do that is by creating really simple and achievable goals that are suited to your skill level. So, for example, it could be anything from sidestepping a move to launching somebody on a punish. It's entirely dependent on where your skill level is and what it is that you're trying to achieve. So, for example, let's say you are going into ranked and you're going up against a Jin. Well, he has a couple of moves that are really annoying, right? And you know what they are because you've been hit by them a million times. There's a million Jins on the planet. So you would go into your training mode or whatever. Here I already have something set up, so I don't really remember what move this is, but we'll just hit play and we'll see what it is. Okay, so it's his wave dash 1 or crouch dash 1, and this is a punishable move. So before we do any of that, let me just show everybody here. I'm sure everybody has it turned on, but for the people that don't, you're going to want to go into your start menu, display settings, player frame info, and show details. Show all the details. That will show you this. And again, if you don't know what frame data is, the real important thing to know is that some moves are punishable on block. So if you block the move, you can punish it, and some aren't. And knowing frame data really allows you to maneuver around certain situations that normally you would feel trapped in. So for example, this move is minus 13. Okay, well, I need to find a move that is minus 13. I know that my down forward 1 is 13 frames. So naturally, if he does it and I block it, I can punish with a 13 frame move. But forget about all that. Whoops. First I want to talk about your mentality. I digress. I'm probably gonna do that a lot, so hold on to the guardrails. Creating simple and achievable goals. My achievable goal will be, for this match, will be to block punish that crouch dash 1. Wow, I did it. I'm sick. I thought of something, I had a goal, and I achieved it in this match. I am proud of myself for that. And that is the mindset that you should have when going into a ranked match. It should not be about winning, and it should not be about points or win streak or anything like that. Because, I mean, let's face it, unless you're a tournament player, and even when you are one, who really gives a shit about what rank you are? I can go into ranked match, and I will 9 out of 10 times beat whoever I'm against, despite my rank. It's just the way that it is. I don't have enough time to play ranked. I have like 70 hours in this game since it came out. I'm just busy. But for some reason, whenever I go on ranked, I'm better than everyone I play. It's just how it happens. That's because I didn't really care about the points or anything like that back when I played Tekken 7. I cared more about learning than I did anything else. So, step 1 of building a merit-based mindset is creating a simple and achievable goal for yourself. And step 2 is acknowledging those small victories. Acknowledging that, yes, I did get that punish. I am sick. So, what is step 3 in building a merit-based mindset? This one's actually going to shock you, but it's actually acknowledging your opponent for achieving those small victories too, right? So let's say that you're the one that did this move and they blocked it and they got the punish on you. Instead of being like, ah, damn, I'm an idiot, what you should really say is, oh, nice, good punish, great punish, and give them the props that they deserve for beating your ass. This is very important, and it's the one thing that will save you from going crazy in ranked. So, what I mean by building a merit-based mindset is simply acknowledging your actions, the actions of your opponent, creating those goals, achieving those goals, acknowledging them, and acknowledging your opponent for achieving their goals as well. Okay, so what is the last step to this merit-based mindset? That is staying in control of that mindset and stepping away when you can't. Because, I mean, let's just be honest. No one is impervious. No one is invincible. You're gonna snap. Eventually, someone's just gonna hit you with one of these, and then they're gonna, I don't know, key charge on you and hit you with a scourge and do one of these, and then you're dead, and then he's probably gonna teabag you. That's just the world we live in, right? And to be fair, it wouldn't be the fighting game community if it wasn't that. So, someone key charged on you, you got a little salty because they beat you, you got demoted. No one is impervious to the emotions that you feel when that happens. The important thing there is to realize that you are salty, and when you're salty, you create a wall between you and a better version of yourself. What that means is you're not going to improve anymore. Hit start, return to main menu, get the fuck out of there, go outside, smell the roses, do some jumping jacks, come back later. Okay? So that is building a merit-based mindset, and this is going to take some time, but it's important for you to build that, because otherwise everything else becomes very difficult. Okay, so that's part 1. Step 2 to the mindset thing is you need to build an intentional mindset. Intentional mindset. Okay? That means practicing with intention, doing things intentionally, committing to your decisions, and then, of course, taking responsibility for the consequences, whether positive or negative, right? Okay, so practicing with intention. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, when you go into training mode, it's very easy for you to just like, okay, cool combo, blah, 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 right? Combos are fine, but what are you missing in your game plan that other people have and that you lose to? You need to go into training mode with a plan. Oh man, you know, for some reason, I'm always getting hit by a delayed 2-1-4. What is wrong with me? I need to lab that. Okay, so you go into your thing, you pick Jin or whatever, you record it, 2-1, delayed, and then you save it, and let's turn this off so that when we play, he'll do that. Okay, I keep getting hit by this 2-1-4 delayed because I try to hit a button. So this is what that looks like. Does this happen to you? It happens to literally everyone I play against, right? So how do I beat this? Well, let's see. Maybe I could sidestep it. Oh, well, look at that. I can sidestep it to the right. Can I sidestep it to the left? I sure can. All right, but keep in mind, this is on a delayed 2-1-4. So is it worth the risk to try and sidestep that? I don't know. but you can parry it, and when you parry it, you're positive 14. So that's another option. Now you're playing with options, and you're practicing with intention. You're trying to figure out a situation intentionally. You're putting your mind behind it. You're actually focusing on this situation. This is what I mean by practicing with intention. Of course, the right answer here is actually just to block, because then you're +9 and it's your turn. Here, you could do your own. You could just dash in and apply pressure because it's your turn. That is the correct answer to this situation. The other one is that they might do that, but that doesn't matter right now. The point is that you are thinking about things when you practice. How else can I clarify this? Let's say you're having trouble with throw breaks. Well, you go into practice mode and you know you have trouble with throw breaks, so today I'm going to practice throw breaking, and I'm going to do it with intention, with 100% of my mind on it. That's what I mean. Okay, so now doing things with intention is the second part. That means you're not just like doing stuff and mashing all kinds of buttons and winning, because I know it happens sometimes, and I mean, who can be proud of mashing? Definitely someone out there, right? But not you. Not if you're trying to improve, right? So when you do a 2-1 and then you do another 2-1 and they think they can get their turn off of you, and then you do a 2-1-4, that is playing with intention. That is thinking about something and trying to achieve it. That's what I mean. I'm going to wait for a move and sidestep it. I'm gonna let this person believe that I don't know how to punish something. Doing something with intention is very important. You can't just mash. I forgot who said it, but the first time you got behind the steering wheel of a car, did you start fucking swinging the steering wheel around? No, right? Why would you do that? The only reason you do it in Tekken is because your life isn't in the line, right? But while this game is not that serious, if you want to improve, this is how you need to think. No more just doing down 2 because it looks cool and it always seems to hit people. None of that. Now, when you play, you're going to think, okay, I'm at good range for a down 2. This guy does a lot of highs. I'm going to low crush with a down 2. If they hit a button, I'll get a counter hit into a combo. That is thinking with intention. That is doing things intentionally. So now, the third thing about building an intentional mindset is committing to those decisions. There's no time in a real fight, quote unquote, to think too much, right? You need to go with what you feel, what you think, and this comes with time. It's like an instinct. It's like, okay, I know that this person is afraid of me, so I can get away with just wave dashing in their face, right? I'm gonna put the fear into this man. That is committing to the decision to wave dash and put this person in a mix-up. Now, taking responsibility for the consequences of whether you actually can do, or whether you can actually instill enough fear in them to hit a button and then hit them, or they just kind of jab you out of it because they're not afraid of you. That is taking responsibility for the positive and negative consequences of that. I might actually have a clip to show you about this.
Round 4. Fight.
But yeah, this is what I mean about committing to your decisions and taking responsibility. I did a hell sweep and they blocked it. Damn, I just got launched. It's because you did it intentionally, not because you autopiloted to doing a hell sweep. Never autopilot. That way, when something does happen to you, you can take responsibility for it and you can improve from it. But also, and probably more importantly, you don't autopilot because when you do land that hell sweep, you know it's because you are sick, because you are better than this other person, and because you tricked them successfully into not blocking low or blocking low depending on the situation. I successfully mixed this person up, not my character, not my subconscious. I did it. And that's what I mean by building an intentional mindset. Okay. All right, guys. That's all I have for you right now. So that's just the That's like the primer. It's just the mentality. So in the next video, we're going to be talking about movement and defense, and maybe something else. I'm not sure yet. But those two things are pretty complex. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.